Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are at in the world. And welcome to this channel, Freya's Crone. My name is Melody. For those of you who are new to this channel, welcome. And welcome back to my returning subscribers from my other channel. I'm grateful for each and every one of you guys and all the love and support that you've been giving me on this YouTube journey. So when you come into this stream or whenever you come across this video, give me a Fonzie. Leave me a comment in the comment section below and let me know how this general reading resonates with you. I lost my train of thought. So somebody's going to lose their train of thought this week because everything matters when you're doing a reading. All right. If you are not yet subscribed to this channel, please subscribe and hit that little notification bell. All right. So a big shout out to each and every one of you guys, especially the haters. I appreciate your views. I thank you wholeheartedly for your views. All right. This is for the element of water, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. I tapped into your energy before I started the reading, and I seen what looked like a clown. Big orange, red, orange, yellow hair, like a clown wig, so to speak. And I also heard somebody's in big trouble. So I don't know who that's for or why Spirit said that, but that's what I heard and that's what I seen. And then shuffling my cards, the Anubis card out of this deck popped out and landed on the floor. So Anubis is coming up and weighing somebody's heart. All right. So Anubis he's the one who comes in when it's passing away and takes their heart and weighs it to see if their heart is as light as a feather. So somebody needs to know that. Maybe that's why somebody's in trouble. Water signs. So I also seen 1234. I just seen 222. Well, let's just get into it, their signs. Let's check and see what these messages are all about. So thank you for the view. For whoever keeps popping in and out, can you give me a thumbs up? If you're a hater, thank you for watching. I appreciate the view. All right. I appreciate the fact that you're stalking my channel, because when you stalk and watch, you actually build up my hours, which is helping my YouTube channel. So thank you. All right. So this first card represents the past and how it's influencing this coming week. By the way, these are weekly energies. So how is this past week influencing this upcoming week? Please and thank you, Spirit. So you have a masculine energy coming through. So there's a male individual, somebody coming in and maybe saying, I love you, maybe wanting to offer you some love. This person is barefoot. But they're holding a rose. So somebody also could be very intuitive with the Ace of Cups there. Maybe somebody showing themselves some self-love. You can see he doesn't have no shoes on. So this person could be very grounded, very down to earth, could be an earth sign. You can see he's got his clothes on. So this is somebody who could be very respectful, take their shoes off when they come to your house. Knows, you know what I mean, is very balanced. I see 1, 2, 8. So that adds up to an 11. So water signs, you could be this water sign, or this could be somebody that's coming your way. Look, this card is sticking up. So you got the bear there. The bear talks about this person. This is somebody, the bear talks about somebody who's cold-hearted, somebody who, you know, comes up like, I'm hearing a song by Pat Benatar, comes on like a flame and turns a cold shoulder. Fire and Ice is the name of the song by Pat Benatar. So this person could come on like a fire, like somebody who's passionate, somebody who's fiery, somebody who's, you know, very generous. And then you got somebody who likes to turn a cold shoulder, right? Because this is what, see, they're going opposite directions. So there's a song coming through here for the water signs. And then underneath that bear, you have another male individual who is half naked, right? Come on like a flame and then turns a cold shoulder. So this could be somebody coming your way, just wanting to put their boots underneath your bed. All right. So that is a message for somebody here. So be aware of this. This could be a past person. Or this just could be somebody who's coming in today, tomorrow, something along those lines. Or this just could be the energy. It depends on who you are in your situation. So past influences for the water signs. This gentleman carrying a rose. I'm telling you, this person is rebelling. No wonder I got that song "Fiery Nice," right? This person is in a very dark place. This person may be a bit pessimistic. Pessimistic. Somebody could be very pessimistic. Somebody could be very rebellious. I'm getting. I know the card did not come out, but somebody who is very vengeful. Somebody who's in this energy of despair. Somebody who is like in this tragic romance, right? Or this person could literally be African American for some of you out there. Yeah, what did I say about the fiery nice? Look at this. Fiery nice. Comes on like a flame and turns a cold shoulder, right? Comes in just for the sensuality, comes in for the beauty. And then this is somebody who maybe from your past that you had that tragic romance with. Somebody who lacks potential, somebody who, is very rebellious, very, like I said, they're showing me the Black Rose, which is in this deck, where it's a tragic romance. Somebody is getting revenge, somebody is very vengeful. That's why they're coming in as fiery and passionate, but then they're like icy. They give you the cold shoulder. Somebody could be under some sort of a temporary spell, a love spell for some of you. Yeah, it could be under some sort of a temporary love spell. It could be feeling crucified, right? Something is being balanced out there. This could be a karmic individual, a karmic man who could be receiving justice. You could be in justice. A karmic individual. It's a karmic man who lives in a fantasy world. This person could be fantasizing about you. For some of you out there, again, they're under some sort of a temporary love spell. And that could be why they're coming in all, I want to say, like fiery, passionate, like feeling a spark, right? Getting some sort of an idea, a spark in their crown chakra. Coming in all passionate. I don't even know where that came from. Put it on the wrong deck. All right, so give me a tarot card for this past person and how they're influencing the water signs this week. Two of Swords. So the spell could be breaking. The love spell could very well be breaking. And they could be making some sort of a decision, right? Making some sort of a decision and waiting for the right opportunity to come in because they feel they have unfinished business with you. Yeah, this person is in a Ten of Swords in reverse, which talks about being lifted up out of any pain and suffering, backstab, and betrayal that maybe they were feeling from somebody who was trying to win at all costs by causing a lot of drama and, grief, right? Somebody caused a lot of grief trying to make somebody regret. They didn't want something to end. They didn't want somebody to walk away. So they caused somebody a lot of mental pain and suffering. And I feel like this is that love, right? So they're just waiting for the right opportunity because they feel as though they have unfinished business with you. So I feel like this love spell is being broken. I feel like the love spell made them feel crucified. They just, again, somebody could put nails in a jar, in a potion, right? Um, you elementals against them, right? To keep two people apart, two people who are contracted together could have put something in somebody's drink as well. To make somebody under, like, put them on spell. I'm getting that other song, not only fire and ice, but I got you under my spell. I think it's from Hocus Pocus. Don't hold me to that. So there is somebody spell, because there is somebody here who did something to try to two people who have a soul contract apart. Mhm. Alrighty, so let's move on to the next message. The present this week, the present week, which will be the week of 6/21 to 6/27. What's going on this week? Yep, look, somebody could be homeless, so they could be trying to lay it on thick to find a place to stay. See the King of Cups in reverse? This person is heartless. That's why I'm coming in like a flame and turning a cold shoulder. Again, they could be coming in acting like they're your flame or acting like they're your divine counterpart. But this person is actually homeless. They don't have no place to go. And that's why they're coming in like a flame. They're coming all passionate. They're going to woo you, right? Um, so I feel like they're just making some sort of a decision, maybe to come in and honest, or maybe just they're making some sort of a decision to come in. We have luck because they're getting their ass whooped by the universe. Hmm. But the sun is going to shine again after they go through this stormy emotion, because they took some sort of a risk, or maybe they don't want to take a risk. Something about the dark time, block somebody's success. So the present this week with the house in reverse. Present this week, present situation this week with the house in reverse. Please and thank you, Spirit, for the element of water. 1111, you're on the right path. So this week, water signs, you're going through a spiritual awakening. And you're real out, you could be seeing 1111, 1, 2, 3, 4, 22. You do have the Ace of Cups here. So you're being asked to listen to your intuition when it comes to this situation. I feel like they may feel, maybe they feel unlucky. That's why they're looking at the situation from a pessimistic way. This person could also be going through a period of darkness, a dark night of the soul. And this week, you're on the right path as to, you know, um, feeling maybe someone has unfinished business with you. I feel like this person has caused you a lot of pain and suffering, but you're lifting yourself up out of it. All right. So on the bottom of the deck, we heard burdens, hardships, and lessons. Perception, foresight, and advantage. So you need to see something from a higher perspective about this is a karmic lesson or a karmic individual. There is some sort of a hardship that this person is going through or you're going through with the house in reverse. Hmm. So this somebody may be having a hard time keeping stability underneath their feet here, for somebody. So let's get a tarot card for water sign this week. Water signs this week. The King of Cups in reverse is somebody who's heartless, somebody who lacks emotion, somebody who's in the darkness. Okay, we have the Devil. This is good to have in reverse because somebody is going through a spiritual awakening here. To maybe this person has some sort of an addiction, and this is maybe why. Maybe somebody has an addiction to spell work. All right. We're talking about, this is Capricorn energy. So the full moon in Capricorn, could be significant coming end of the week. We'll be doing the moon readings next Saturday when we do the weekly readings. So the full moon in Capricorn is very significant for the water signs, which would make perfect sense because the moon represents our water energy, our subconscious, something about our home because it's ruled by Cancer and it's ruled by Pisces. So there could be a hidden enemy here somewhere. That's having a really hard time with some sort of an addiction. This person could also be coming out of a period of darkness where they may have been confused because of that temporary love spell. They may have been in this confusion as to should I or shouldn't I, right? But I feel like somebody is making some sort of a decision this week. And what kind of a decision are they making? To break the chains of codependency, break the chains of some sort of addiction, whether it's it's a cigarette machine, right? Some sort of a vice that's kept them chained and bound to a situation. You can see this person there's a hand there with a cigarette in it. There's a zombie looking at the top. Yeah. So somebody is in some sort of a decision to break some sort of a vice that has kept them in a lower vibrational energy when it comes to their heart space. I also feel too, water signs, again, somebody is homeless. Somebody is homeless. Somebody, they don't feel at home within their emotions. They don't feel at home or they don't have a home. And that's why they want to come your way. Yeah, this is the Knight of Pentacles. And look, the King of Cups in reverse. This is just somebody who is coming in with this heartless energy. They feel like as though they're drowning. Maybe they're using some sort of vice to drown out their emotions. This is somebody who, the Knight of Wands in reverse, somebody who is trying to block something. See the hand up? The hand up. I feel like this is a karmic individual who is coming in before the real deal comes in. Who's going to try to play on somebody's heartstrings, right? To try to block 1111, to try to block the real deal from coming in. Yeah, there's definitely some sort of communication coming your way. This person that is hoping that you don't get through their lies. Yep, the Knight of Swords and the High Priestess. They're hoping that you don't see through their mask. Because there is this hopeless energy and somebody is drowning in emotion of hopelessness. This is a hopeless cause, right? Yeah, and somebody is either this could come through as a form of a phone call, a text message, or this is just somebody not willing to tell the truth, right? See the knife stabbing somebody in the back, cutting off somebody's hand. Alrighty, so that's what I see this week. You could be seeing 11. You could also be seeing 1010 because the devil card is 15, which adds up to a 6. 6, 4 is a 10. 1010 Capricorn could be significant. But I feel like somebody broke out of some sort of a temporary love spell where they were only seeing. I feel like this person is mad because this is somebody who's rebellious. They could be rebelling against something this week. All right. So that is what I see. What are the crows warning the water signs about this week? What are the crows warning the water signs about this week? What are the crows warning the water signs about this week? Please and thank you, Spirit. What are the crows warning the water signs about this week? Release. Something needs to be released here. All right, that's a lot of cards there, but I feel like that's the main. Somebody needs to release something. Yeah, you need to see something from a different perspective. That's what the crows are telling you. See something from a different perspective. That's what awakening to. You're awakening to, oh, okay, now I see what the holdup was. Now I see this person able to make some sort of a decision. Now I see the confusion that was caused within this person's heart space, why they didn't feel at home within their heart space, why they were always seeing their situation as my glass half empty instead of half full. It's because they had some sort of a vice, an addiction of some sort. This person can, like I said, could be codependent, could have some sort of a drug, alcohol, sex, you name it. Whatever your addiction is, food addiction, gambling addiction, smoking, because cigarettes are coming through here. Yeah, somebody is very angry. They have displaced anger. That's that black energy. Somebody is seeing through the lenses of darkness, the lenses of anger, right? Wanting to rebel. That's because somebody has displaced anger. And now they're like stuck, right? They're stuck. They're unable to move forward. So we do have the luck card here. Somebody lucky, something about the community, preparing to do something. We have the ghost energy. So somebody definitely from the past who is just coming in to break open that clam. Somebody is being warned here because somebody is just coming in and looking for the smallest crumb of information, and they are mad. They have displaced anger. They're very upset, right? Something about somebody's routine. So they could be watching somebody on a routinely basis for somebody out there. So let's see what this perspective is that you're warning the water signs about with the hangman. What is it that they're seeing from a different perspective? Balance. They're seeing what needs balance in this relationship. They're seeing what they're seeing from a different perspective is what was blocking or hindering from somebody balancing themselves out. Right? Also, somebody could have been throwing rocks in hands, and whoever they were throwing the rocks at took them rocks and built something with it. All shapes and sizes. Yep, and now they're taking the next step. You are what you listen to. So this could be somebody who listens to music, or somebody, look, fire and ice came through. I put a spell on you came through. So somebody has the gift of channeling music. So just breathe. You're being asked to breathe it out. Enjoy the little things in life. And it says, "Don't roads lead to beautiful destinations." So this is a very difficult choice that this guy is making. And this is definitely somebody from the past who has never forgotten. They haven't forgot about you. They just had to go through a hard situation to learn a very hard karmic lesson. And somebody is awakening to that. They're awakening to what their vice is that makes them feel lack of emotions, makes them feel like what makes them heartless, so to speak. Why do they not feel at home in their heart space? Why? What are they trying to numb out, right? Why are they only looking at the situation as the glass is half empty instead of half full? It's because, again, somebody was under somebody's spell. All right, hidden influences for the element of water. Hidden influences for the element of water, please and thank you. What's a hidden influence for the element of water? I'm telling you, somebody's heartless. There's another person involved in this situation. There's a womanizer. So a hidden influence is this person's a womanizer, and they're only coming in to block your heart space, to block actual love from coming your way. See the yeah, this person is they're very much in the dark. They don't want to see somebody succeed, right? Somebody also could be of the darkness, living in a very dark energy. This person could be demonic for some of you with the devil card. All right, let's see here. And that's why they're feeling the heaviness, the burden, the hardships. All right, let's go ahead and see what the hidden influence is. This person's definitely heartless, and they're hiding the fact that they're trying to block you from coming, mirroring It's like they're trying to block out your mirroring to the one you were meant to go with or be with. All right. So, water signs, hidden influences with the heart card in reverse. Gargoyle, intimidation, guardian, and protector. So, look at the two people in this boat in the background. So, this heartless individual is coming in trying to intimidate. They did some sort of spell to try to intimidate another person, to try to cause confusion. Like somebody is really upset here for somebody here. Yeah, like crossroads, ghost, okay. So they could have did something at the crossroads or did something with a ghost to try to intimidate somebody, to try to force them to see some sort of a vision, maybe to see something cloud, like trying to cloud somebody's thoughts with the Two of Swords here, try to keep them in the energy of confusion, trying to force them to somebody's seen a ghost for somebody here. Look, somebody is divinely protected. But there's an angel here who is guiding somebody here. And that could be what somebody was trying to do. To force somebody to make them feel as though they lost their divine protection. Look, protection. But somebody is cleansing and healing some sort of emotions. Somebody is definitely trying to cloud somebody's mind, keep them in a state of confusion, keep them in a state of a temporary, like a binding spell, a binding love spell, or a temporary love spell. They could put something in somebody's drink, or, you know, set some sort of a ghost to try to intimidate somebody so that they would be afraid to make some sort of a decision to open up their heart again. I'm telling you, this person's heartless. Hidden influences with the heart card in reverse and gargoyle. See how, look, see how this gargoyle has wings? All right. Lovers. So, yeah, this person did a temporary love spell on somebody to try to intimidate somebody's divine counterpart, to keep them in a state of confusion, make them not want to come into union with somebody, right? To keep their head blocked, to keep them in that cloudy energy, this, like I said, a state of confusion, to keep them in this energy of pessimistic, right? I'm not meant for love, right? So somebody was definitely trying to intimidate somebody's divine counterpart by clouding somebody's mirror here. See how he's got a jar, it looks like perfume, and she's got his heart, like a heart in her hand. So there is a female here who's holding somebody's heart in their hand. Somebody could be smelling something, maybe smelling somebody's perfume or smelling roses. I feel third party situation coming through here. Four of Swords and the Hermit card in reverse. So somebody could be getting to rest this week. Also, too, with the 9 and a 4, it's definitely a 13 energy. 444 could be significant, but I feel like with the Four of Swords, somebody could be sick. Somebody could be sick because of this vice and coming in, asking for a place to stay. This Hermit card in reverse is somebody who that also could talk about being in prison. This person could be looking for a hand. See all the hands coming through there? Look, somebody could be putting fake visions into somebody's head, making them feel all in prison, making them feel confused. See the alcohol? Somebody definitely could be drunk, right? Somebody could be drinking a lot. Ten of hazards. Ten of hazards in reverse. Somebody is definitely sick. Absolutely. Somebody is sick. This could be in the newspaper. Somebody's losing some sort of a battle here. King of Wands. This is some cocky, arrogant, self-centered, right? This person could be sick. Now they're maybe seeing what has made them sick. Somebody's definitely drinking a lot. Somebody may have uh somebody may have crown chakra issues, maybe something with the brain. Somebody else may have cirrhosis of the liver. Um so hidden influences, I feel like somebody has a secret lover. Like, because I'm in the love card in reverse with the Gemini card, the lovers card. Somebody could be in a third party situation for somebody out there as well. Alrighty, so obstacles. What's the obstacle this week for the element of water? Yep. Somebody is unable to travel. Ten of Wands in reverse. Somebody is letting go of some sort of hardship, some sort of burden. I feel like the obstacle is that somebody is unable to travel. Um, the obstacle is somebody needs to let go of pleasing other people, third party situations, putting themselves in situations where they are constantly having to make other people happy. Again, coming on like a flame and turning a cold shoulder, right? Somebody is trying to secretly influence a person to go a different direction by, again, using magic with the book of knowledge there. So the lilies represent sex, but it also represents peace. So the obstacle, somebody is unable to travel, somebody is unable to move, somebody could be blocked. There could be an obstacle when it comes to traveling here. The Ten of Wands in reverse, though, is good because somebody is letting go of the burdens. They're letting go of the confusion. They're letting go of being devalued by other people, right? People don't value their heart. People who don't appreciate their love. People who, has low self-esteem or low self-worth, right? That's what I feel like they're letting go of. Somebody is just like refusing, like yeah, somebody has an obstacle in traveling here. They're unable to travel because they're not feeling well. They're sick. So the ship in reverse as the obstacle for water signs. What did I say? There it is. Huh. So somebody did something out of revenge here. Try to get somebody to go in a different direction. What they did was they did some sort of a love spell to keep them in a confusion where they really wasn't sure where their heart lied when it comes to a relationship. This person showed up, they shaped into this gargoyle to intimidate somebody. I knew this card was going to come out. I knew it. They did it out of revenge. right? Because somebody here looked into a crystal ball and was scrying into somebody's future and knew that this one was coming. So it's like they took 10 steps ahead of them. It created an obstacle to keep somebody blocked from moving forward in a relationship, to keep them all in their head. So that they intervene and get a piece of the action. Give me the boat in reverse, Spirit of the Black Rose, and Spirit of the Crystal Ball as the obstacle. Temperance. See, there's the vice right there, that needle. Look, there's the sickness. 4 cups. One, four, four. I am talking to my water signs who are a chosen individual. You are a chosen individual. The Temperance card. Somebody wanted somebody to miss an opportunity here, because this is talking about divine counterparts. Somebody may be breaking up. Maybe somebody is breaking up in a relationship because they know that the other person is not meant for them. It's a mixed situation. And this person may have did some sort of a love spell to keep them in a state of confusion, to keep them in their house, to keep them in this situation. I also see somebody has a vice of always, psychic spying into somebody's life, trying to ruin somebody's reputation, right? Look at the head. Look where his head's at. Trying to ruin somebody's reputation. Creating obstacles for a chosen one. Somebody who is perhaps somebody who is an earth angel. But I feel like somebody's seen something crystal clear here about this person's attempt, and they burnt some sort of a bridge with them, and they did something out of revenge by trying to ruin them. Oh, their vice is, they're always out pleasing everybody, or they're always out, having different lovers, like, not using protection and, stuff like that. Somebody abused their divination. Three of Wands. Now they're waiting for some sort of an opportunity here, right? Because they something happens. This is somebody who, sees into the future here. And they wanted to break this relationship before it even had a chance to come together, right? The Ace of Cups in reverse, trying to block somebody's vision, trying to keep in them in this energy of sadness, right? Wanting them to focus on the sadness, not focus on what they want to manifest. I'm telling you, this person is very revengeful. This is somebody who's coming in first before somebody's true counterpart comes in. All right, let's move on into, let's flip this over. All right. So yeah, they sent a ghost in to intimidate somebody. Could have went to the crossroads and summoned a demon with the devil card. Right? Okay. Forcing somebody to take a misstep off of their path. The crows are just out there screaming up a storm. I kid you not. Let's see what they're warning. What are they warning water signs about? Seeing something from a different perspective, because they're out there screaming now. Like there's a whole bunch of them. Water signs. What are you warning us about? Dominant. Somebody wants to come in and nitpick just to dominate you. And that's this male individual. Yep. Just to yank somebody's chain, right? Something about a cat out in nature. Something's going to catch somebody's attention about this predator. Try to keep somebody on their head, not wanting them to see their way out of a situation. So it could be happening today, because I'm telling them crows are out there just going to town. All right, so outside influences for the water signs. Ooh. Chair yoga. So something about the tree of life in reverse. The Seven of Swords. So that I feel like the ancestors are ripping the mask off of this shady individual. Somebody could have lost their spirit team because of this, because of interfering with the chosen one's journey. I feel like the ancestors are putting somebody back on track as well. We have a 5 energy here. 555 could be significant. Yeah. Look, the Wheel of Fortune, or this could be talking about compass. Somebody could be in a north node, right? Oh, there's the compass underneath it. Somebody didn't listen to their inner compass and went the wrong way, right? They were trying to interfere in somebody's destiny secretly. Secret revenge, secret. Yeah. All right. So, let's see. Next here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Outside influences with the tree in reverse. Outside influences with tree in reverse for the water signs. Earn. Morning. Air. Clarity, awareness, and truth. So somebody morning an air sign. See the crown, the sword in the crown, right? That's the 2 of swords. So somebody could be seeing the truth here, finally getting clarity about this situation, and somebody casting this temporary love spell on them to try to keep them from coming towards a divine counterpart. These two are chosen to be together. They are chosen for a reason. They have a special earth mission on here, and their earth mission is to predict the future. And you had Sir who is very narcissistic and wanted revenge because they couldn't, because somebody's journey, because they wasn't, how do I want to say this? They're very vengeful because they may have wanted to have somebody's journey. They wanted to be the chosen one. They wanted to be the one who come into this divine counterpart. Because if you look at this man, he's really handsome. So yeah, this could be an air sign getting some sort of clarity about who the villain is with the 7 of Swords. They're getting clear. They're getting clarity, right? They're trusting their intuition. They could have even been getting readings, right? With the 7 of Swords, and the readings was exposing the true villain, the sneaky, shady individual who was trying to create challenges, right? Trying to block somebody's chakras. because of desires, like love letter, email. I'm telling you, communication. Somebody's getting some sort of communication protection, that they are protected by an angel. You have the temperance card here. Somebody is protected. And the device is something with the needles. Somebody could have been shooting up an earth angel with magic, right? Inserting something, try to make them sick. The temperance card rules Sagittarius. So Sagittarius is about healing. Somebody is a natural healer. It's also talking about balancing. It's talking about tempering your emotions with your inspiration, your fire energy, so that you don't get over emotional and put out that fire. Somebody's vice was this needle, like telling you, shooting something up out of revenge, shooting maybe a voodoo doll up. I don't have my voodoo cards out, but I'm telling you, it something. Because what they were doing, their vice was is they were constantly psychically spying on somebody so that they could put a wedge, right, in between two people who were meant to come together to cloud somebody's mirror so they wouldn't see something clearly. So they would make a decision to go the opposite way because they wanted somebody to miss some sort of an opportunity. Look, she was smiling about it too, right? But I feel like the divine is interfering with the temperance card. The divine is interfering and offering. It's in a cup of love, anyways. Tell them to dump out that mucky muck energy of in their emotions, because their emotions are intimidating because it's being mirrored to another person. And to go ahead and take that next step, see something from a different perspective. That somebody is just nitpicking out of revenge, right? This couple here could be somebody's ex and another person. All right, so let's go ahead and pull a tarot card for the outside influences with the urn and the tree life in reverse. Oh no, that's the Seven of Cups. It's a heart. So the ancestors could be breaking some sort of an illusion here with the Seven of Cups. Some sort of an illusion. Somebody could be seeing something in dreams as well. The King of Cups in reverse. Somebody could be drowning in their emotions. Nine of Wands. Somebody is definitely blocked here. The ancestors blocked somebody. That's why they're in reverse. Now somebody could be drowning. They could literally be drowning or found in a body of water. Found in a body of water. Because the answer said stop. Somebody's name could start with a K. We have two Ks here. Somebody's names could start with Ks. Two Ks. Yep, somebody has unfinished business, right? They're being lifted up out of this backstab, this betrayal, this pain, this suffering that they've been in, right? Because somebody wanted to win at all costs because they were trying to get revenge and block somebody from moving, right? Playing the victim. This is what they were doing. Oh, tears on, tears on target, right? Somebody created a lot of drama because they didn't want somebody to move. They didn't want, somebody to move on, right? If you move on, you're going to regret leaving me, or I'm going to make you regret leaving me, right? So now somebody feels as though they have unfinished business here. They couldn't end something, so that they want to come back in because they couldn't win at all costs, right? And now they could be regretting something, right? Possibly doing a death spell on somebody because they couldn't get in their head and make them do it on their own, right? They felt as though they owed somebody something, or they owed them this revenge, right? That they were entitled to do this. Alrighty, so all right, so the best course of action to take this week, water signs, the best course of action to take this week for the water signs. Divine timing is in the air this week. So the best course of action to take is to take that key that is within your heart space and unlock that cage that your heart is in, right? The Eight of Pentacles talks about keep working on yourself. That's the key. The best course of action is to keep working on your heart space. Keep working on what you want to create within your reality. Why? Because you're mastering something. Number 33. You are mastering something here. And through keep working on the heart space, you're going to master something, and some sort of a key that's going to unlock a cage. Unlock yourself and going to break free from this vice. You're going to break free from whatever this spell was, right? You definitely had a mouse in the house who was secretly on knowledge, possibly keeping some sort of a secret, maybe using a spell book, right? To try to manipulate somebody into sex, right? The villain is about to be exposed. Somebody could be receiving some sort of message, letter about this situation. So the best course of action to take, like I said, is to keep working on yourself. Keep working on mastering your emotions. Keep working on keeping yourself in a state of balance, because the angels are showing you something about this individual. All right. You really didn't miss an opportunity. It's just, it all comes in divine timing here. When the time is right, right? So best course of action to take with the key, right? Be in the flow, right? Divine feminine. Be in the flow of your divine feminine side is very significant. I feel like the best course of action to take is to trust that you're being divinely guided. Trust that you're being divinely guided by Mother Earth, and you're being divinely protected by your angels. This is a chosen relationship. You have somebody here has a very high calling, right? And through your journey here as a chosen one, you have mastered a lot of lessons through self work, right? So you're definitely achieving some sort of a key that's going to unlock you to this love. So Spirit is telling you didn't really miss the opportunity. You just had somebody who was nitpicking at your brain, somebody who was nitpicking at you, trying to dominate thoughts, trying to dominate your journey, trying to dominate your sacral chakra. So somebody is going through some sort of a mass awakening here. They're going through a spiritual awakening, and they're definitely seeing something from a perspective about what their journey is about as a chosen one. And you had somebody who was using spell work, trying to shoot somebody up, shoot needles, perhaps in a voodoo doll, or something along those lines. And somebody lost their divine team, is what I feel with the Tree of Life in reverse. So the best course of action to take is to process. Keep working on healing any wounds, mother wounds, father wounds, whatever wounds it is, inner child wounds, and stay in the flow. Stay in the divine flow, because you are mastering things this week. You are mastering things. And you are creating your own reality. You're definitely being freed from anything, any vices, any chains, any bondings that this person tried to put on you. You're being freed from it. For some of you, somebody may have breast cancer. Somebody could be having maybe sick from breast cancer. I'm just saying. I'm only calling it as I see it here. All right. So let's get a tarot card for the cage, the key, and spirit of Gaia for the best course of action for water. Five of hazards. So you need to, okay. So what you need to realize, the best course of action is, like I said, keep working on those wounds. You were not left out in the cold. You just had somebody who wanted to make you feel as though, so that you would unalive yourself, make you drown in your sorrows, trying to hinder your journey, trying to block your journey, trying to make you feel as though you're left out in the cold, trying to block your heart from receiving love. Um, by trying to throw you off your throw you off your pedestal, throw you off your throne. Um, so, best course of action to take is to understand that you're being divinely guided here, right? And through this divine guidance, you are mastering rejections. You're mastering wounds of feeling rejected, alienated, and abandoned by people who you love. And is that you really wasn't abandoned. The divine stepped in. Rejection was your protection, water signs. Rejection was your protection. These people are going to get down one at a time because the ancestors done had enough. The full moon Capricorn may kickstart this. I can't remember the message that I started off with. Something about a town and somebody's in trouble. Mm-hmm. Yep. Somebody definitely has abandonment issues here, and you need to keep working on that, because abandonment issues will guard your heart, right? It guards you heart. It makes you feel insecure. It makes you feel left behind. It makes you feel rejected. It makes you feel like you've never felt love before, right? Somebody may feel like they're thrown out like garbage. See that woman holding some sort of a letter. Somebody could be reading through your garbage. Three of Wands. Yep. These people, some people work together to try to keep you in this sadness, right? To make you feel unloved. And they were trying to get you to block your psychic vision, trying to block your intuition, right? They work together. Burn some things, right? They could have burned something to put the spell. Alrighty, the outcome this week for the element of water. Oh, look, we got the female with the rose. Look at this. This is beautiful. So the outcome is, so you both are looking the same way, which is to the past. So you're both missing. You're both thinking about one another here this week, water signs. You're definitely thinking about one another because you're both looking to the past. You're reminiscing. You're both thinking about the good old times. You're both thinking, well, why did this have to end this way, right? Why did this have to end this way? If I am chosen, if we're chosen to be together, right? So definitely somebody is getting some clarity here with the Ace of Swords. Somebody's definitely getting clarity. Another thing that I'm seeing is to keep mastering and working on these inner child wounds, feel rejected. And this is going to help bring you into a state of balance, 3-3, with your masculine and feminine energies. So the outcome is you're both thinking about one another. You could be sending each other telepathic messages. You know, she's holding a book. The book is open. She's holding a rose. This rose, this individual, you are still holding a flame for one another, right? Somebody is like, somebody got a piece of her heart, right? He still holds, she still holds his heart right there. She still holds his heart. So that is what I see. Like, that's beautiful because, like, you're gaining clarity. He's still realizing that you hold a piece of his heart. You're both looking back to the future as to what you've learned, what you've accomplished, what you've mastered on your journey as a chosen one. You're gaining clarity, finding balance with your masculine and feminine energy, and trusting in divine timing, that the divine does have somebody out there for you. You have your cup of love. You absolutely do. You have an opportunity coming your way, but your emotions could be blocking it and making it not clear, as in how you're looking at the situation as my glass is half empty instead of my glass is half full, like that lack mentality mindset. All right, let's pull feminine here. This is beautiful for the outcome. The fact that you're both thinking about each other is amazing. Yep. That you're definitely thinking about something from a higher perspective here, about these inner child wounds and why you've endured everything that you've endured, right? 666. So you're raising your vibration. You're choosing peace and harmony in your thoughts and with others. Yes, you are, water signs. And you're learning to ground your energy. You're letting go of anger, right? You're learning to tame that anger. You're learning to stay patient. You're learning to stay balanced, right? And have the courage to ground your energy, the courage to root yourself, ground yourself, choosing to be at peace, choosing to be in harmony, choosing to have the courage to see what was really dominating the energy. So we have balance and zen. The crows are warning you, right? Stay at balance with the temperance card. Stay at balance. Temper your anger, because you do have somebody who may be coming your way just to get revenge, just to get like come in being like come in as a fake flame, right? Just to get what they need and then hinder this relationship, the one that's meant for you. So you do have an advantage here. You definitely do have an advantage here because you are very psychic. You are very intuitive. You can see into the future. Why? Because you're an earth angel. And somebody wanted revenge because you know who you are. You know what you're here to do. You know you're a chosen one. And they're mad because they want to be the chosen one and they can't be. So the outcome with the feminine, the giraffe, 666, and red, something about red roses are significant. King of Swords. So you definitely have divine authority over you. You have divine authority. You can make the choice. It's your choice, right? The eight, two of swords. You are gaining clarity over a choice. So you may have to make a choice between a king of swords and this male individual. You may have to make a choice between two people here. But somebody knows that you have a piece of their heart. They know that you do, and if you do too. So you have an advantage here. You have an advantage with this choice. You have a choice. You can either be in this angry energy, which is blocking your manifestation, blocking timing, or You can have the courage to ground your energy, which is very, very important here, and let go of this emotional vice of codependency or whatever your addiction is, and let it go. Break them chains. The choice is yours. Queen of Cups. So the Queen of Cups is somebody who's very over emotional. This is also somebody who sees how she's eating her. Somebody has problems with their brain, who likes to be in third party situations. Again, somebody who's a drinker, somebody who drinks a lot. This also could be somebody who, cups in reverse talks, and you can see there's a bride and a groom. I'm telling you, third party situation is coming through really strong. We have two females and a male. We have the lovers and the heart mirroring. Yeah. So, somebody's the clown energy that I've seen in my third eye, the Fool. Somebody thinks you're a clown, right? Somebody was trying to fool you. Somebody is going to come in and try to fool you. See how he's coming in with that basket and that wreath, offering you something. But in all actuality, this person is in a third party situation, already with somebody else. But they think you're gullible. They think you're full. They think you're over emotional. This is somebody who's playing a lot of mind games with you. This could be an ex that teamed up with somebody else to work together to get revenge on you. Seven of Swords, and they're about to be exposed because somebody's getting kicked out. Their sneaky, shady BS is about to be exposed, and this person is kicking them out of their house, kicking them out of their life, period. You can see the female, she's kicking him down the steps. Mm-hmm. For stealing their energy, right? This person's not on a bone, right? They could have kids together, have a kid together. Yep, the moon. Somebody coming into somebody's dreams. So yeah, you could be seeing somebody in your dreams. All right, so let's go ahead and pull a final card, a light key or an angel card for this reading. Somebody could be playing, oh, I'm the best thing you've ever had. Why? Like, you'll never get any better than me. Just pulling on somebody's heartstrings. Playing a lot of mind games. I'm telling you, the miracle of prayer. Somebody's praying. Archangel Sandalphon is saying, ground your energy, water sign. Thank you, Archangel Sandalphon, for delivering my prayers to heaven, because now there's a new beginning coming in. Thank you, angels, for opening up the doors to change. I am ready. Because you're an earth angel. You are here on earth. You're being divinely guided by earth. I'm telling you, somebody's an earth angel, 144. So down and count your blessings. Write down everything that you're grateful for. This will help to shift your vibration. You're working with Archangel Raphael to heal Mother Earth, to heal yourself, to shine a light upon Mother Earth, shine your light upon your body, right? So you're walking through this door with an angel because you're an angel, and you're mirroring yourself as an earth angel, or you're mirroring yourself as an angel. Somebody definitely is an earth angel, and you are here to heal Mother Earth. That's why you have such a high calling here. And somebody abused divination, this Queen of Cups in reverse, abused divination, and seen in this future that somebody was supposed to come together with somebody and they intercepted. Okay, so that is what I see for the element of water this week. Thank you for all the thumbs up. I greatly, greatly appreciate you. Um, Leave me a comment in the comment section below and let me know how this general reading resonates with you. And I will see you tomorrow for the ancestor messages. Have a great week, guys.